Welcome everyone to round number 2 here of Winter Challenge 5 here at Psycho Plays in Peaky Valley, California. I am Jesus Coronel, once again still alone here in the commentary desk. We have round 2 opponents underway and the team selection is already a go between Tyler Deacy and Joshua Denk. Both Joshes have already been on the stream now. See how both these 1-0 trainers do on each of their endeavors. We have Tyler Deacy on the Zamazenta, the Chen Pao, the Raging Bolt, the Dragon Knight, the Among Us, and the Ditto, while Josh Denk on the Urshifu Rapid Strike, Calyrex Shadow Rider, Ogrepon Cornerstone, Horniness Incarnate, Among Us, and Chen Pao. So, a lot of heavy hitters on both sides of the field. You know, Tyler does have the Chen Pao Dragon Knight combination, as well as the Ditto to copy anything Josh wants to throw at it, like especially that Calyrex Shadow Rider. But, the thing that Josh can do against Tyler is just throw back off and Zack at him. Because, well, Calyrex and Urshifu are as strong as they come. Ogrepon, great as it is. You also have Pokemon like Chen Pao, you know, to pressure a lot of Josh's Pokemon as a whole. And now we're going to get to game number 1 between Tyler and Josh. From Tyler's POV, we will see Josh lead the Chen Pao plus Ogrepon combination, and Tyler is just going to lead the Chen Pao plus Dragonite. So both Chen Paos are in play immediately. And Extreme Speed does not look good on the Ogrepon because of that rock typing. That's the issue for the Dragonite. So the thing you have to realize here with the Sword Ruins in play is that Ogrepon and Dragonite are significantly weakened defensively. So Ogrepon will likely go down to sturdy, and ooh, actually it's interesting that Dragonite's going for that Terra Normal immediately because, well, if you go for that Terra Normal, you will suddenly lose your resistance to Ivy Cudgel Rock, as well as an Ice Spinner. But is that really going to accomplish something against this Ogrepon? Yeah, it might accomplish a lot against this Chen Pao because of that Focus Sash that's holding. Like, maybe a double up will knock it out, but I don't know if there's going to be a lot of gain here, as we do see Extreme Speed land onto the Chen Pao. Drops to the Focus Sash really easily because of that Terra Normal plus Choice Band boost that it got. Chen Pao doubles the Chen Pao of Josh, so Josh's Chen Pao goes down in turn number 1. Meaning this Ogrepon's only going to get one sort of Ruin boost for this very turn. He's going to be the Ivy Cudgel into the Chen Pao, so it is going to go down to Sash 2. Really funny turn to have it here. Chen Pao for Josh got fainted, and the Focus Sash activates on Tyler's side. We all hate cats, apparently. We all hate cats. Alright, we now see the Calyrex Shadow Rider come in place at the fallen Chen Pao from Josh's side of the field, so we are going to be having a big boost to that Astral Barrage if it does happen to knock out the Chen Pao. But the problem is that the Dragonite is normal type, so it will not be affected by the Ghost type Astral Barrage. But it does have Psychic, so Psychic can touch the Dragonite. It just depends on whether or not Josh is fearing the Sucker Punch. There we go, that's what I was looking for. As Ogrepon Cornerstone protects the Spiky Shield, and it was hit into the Calyrex trying to catch the Terra Normal. Nasty Bot being used, so Calyrex is going to gain a lot of damage output. What does this Chen Pao have? That's a Road Drop, which will knock out the Calyrex in a single hit, and that was pretty good coverage from Tyler's end, because you either assure a knockout onto the Calyrex, or you just knock it out in a single hit and now force this Ogrepon basically do the heavy lifting for the rest of the game, as Among Us comes in for Josh. And unfortunately, because all of your offensive pieces were gone in an instant, Tyler is just going to go ahead and win game number 1 in an instant. Great offensive work from Josh, you know. Still proving that Chen Pao Dragonite's still a very powerful combination to go for in today's metagame. And now, with game number 2 set to go underway between Tyler and Josh, you know, Josh, I don't think it was in any position, you know, that would have costed them the game, but his overall position just got terrible towards the latter half because, well, he got a call incorrect. You know, he thought the Chien-Pao would target the Ogre Pawn, which makes sense. Unfortunately, though, because you have a dark type move, you know, it's more tantalizing to go after the Cavalry Shadow Rider, because it's not only a double hit into the weakness of Psychic Ghost, it's also just generally a lot of damage into that slot, because you still have Sword of Ruin, you still have Extreme Speed. You threaten a lot just by doubling up into that slot, and then that just came down to whether or not Josh did what Tyler thought he would do. And so this game is really going to come down to who can outbrain the other. That's like I think it will be. So here comes game number 2 from each of these trainers, Tyler and Josh. Let's see the leads from each of them. Josh is going to lead the Amoonguss and Calyrex Shadow Rider, and Tyler is going to lead Amoonguss Dragon Knight. So instead of each player leading the Chien-Paos, they're each going to lead their own Amoonguss. A little bit of connection issue between these trainers, as we are going to see the as one ability proc from Josh's side, and then nothing else matters. So yeah, it's a pretty good time to click Outrage if you're asking me. Terra Normal, just in case that Super Barrage comes out, and in comes Chien-Pao from Tyler's side. So it's definitely eyeing a one-hit knockout into the Amoonguss at the very minimum. If it hits the Calyrex, it's not the worst thing either, because that's a restricted gun immediately as well. So that's just a lot of pressure from Tyler, and that's what he likes to see. Alright, in comes the Chien-Pao now from Tyler to give that Sword of Ruin ability, and that's going to be a lot of damage addition towards this Outrage that Tyler is going for. And it looks like this might, yeah, this is probably going to be Tyler's hair to the normal on the Dragon Knight. Yes, it is. Once again, nothing really of lost game, unless, of course, the Calyrex went for Psychic for some reason. And it did go for Psychic, but unfortunately it was to the Amoonguss, so it's just not there. So the Dark type's gonna go ahead and negate the effects of that Psychic, and Outrage picks up a one-hit knockout of the Calyrex. Sludge Bomb connects onto the Chien-Pao, and does get the poison, so it will take it under half. This Dragon Knight now locked into Outrage, so kind of left open for that Urshifu Rapid Strike to just go ahead and click close combat should it want to, or Chien-Pao from Josh's side that's going to come in. And yeah, it's an interesting situation from both these Chien-Pao, because the Chien-Pao from Josh has Sacred Sword, so it can just go ahead and knock out the Dragon Knight before it launches another Outrage, leaving the Amoonguss pretty free to quick Spore onto Josh and Tyler's Chien-Pao. But Tyler could also just click Ice Spinner onto the Amoonguss, and it would not appreciate taking it, because, well, Ice Spinner plus 2 Sword of Ruin boosts means it's not going to survive it whatsoever. Chien-Pao unfortunately tried to Sucker Punch to, I believe it was going to be the Chien-Pao, and Sacred Sword lands onto the Dragon Knight. It takes it? And Amoonguss is going to have this Outrage? Okay, I'm surprised that just happened. Not what I was thinking was going to happen, but that is a knockout again for the Dragon Knight with this Outrage. Was Rocky helping enough to knock it out? Yes, it is. So Terra's gone from Tyler, but I think Dragon Knight got everything it wanted out of the Terra Hospitalization from every bit of damage it did. Chien-Pao takes more poison damage as well. And in comes Amoonguss again for Tyler. And we're going to see Josh's last Pokemon, Hurricane number 2, and it's going to be that Ogre Pawn Cornerstone. And I'm just realizing the overlay says round number 1. I need to correct this, guys, so ladies and gentlemen, this is round number 2. This is round number 2. Don't worry about that. We'll get there when we get there, but this is round number 2. And that is Ogre Pawn. It's a little bit of a weird situation because you can go ahead and click Ivy Cudgel, excuse me. So first off, if this Ice Spinner doesn't knock out the Among as a Chambao loses his focus attack from that Rocky Helmet, and in comes another Ice Spinner into this Ogerpon. Probably will go down to the sturdy ability. Yes, it will go down to the sturdy. So Ivy Cudgel should be coming out into the Amungus. Yeah, just to make sure you don't get spoiled or Rage Powder eventually in the later stages of the game. And now we get to see Tyler's final Pokemon of Zamazenta. So, the Dauntless Shield boost is going to be permanent, but unfortunately, Sacred Sword doesn't care about that. 2 on 2, and Ogerpon only needs to lose 1 more HP in order to go down. Chien-Pao, kind of in a good spot to just click another Sacred Sword into Zamazenta, but I don't think it's another knockout, which is the issue right now. Chien-Pao accordingly going to protect and make sure Behemoth Bash isn't going to be selected into that slot. Okay, Ogerpon spiking shields too, so just a scout turn from Josh's side of the field. Zamazenta did clip Behemoth Bash into the Chien-Pao, so fortunately did dodge the okay, no, never mind, did not dodge the spiking shield, so 1 more protect and Chien-Pao goes down and becomes a 1 on 2. Yeah, I would believe Behemoth Bash is a safer move to click, but Body Press is just as good to click, so definitely gotta decide between each move for Tyler. Chien-Pao tries to double protect, but unfortunately fails, so it is going to get targeted. Psychic Shield also fails from the Ogerpon. Definitely was trying to get Chien-Pao down to a poison. Sucker Punch unfortunately whips again from the Chien-Pao. Behemoth Bash lands onto the Chien-Pao. That is a knockout. That is a knockout, and now it is a 1-on-1 situation between the Zamazenta and the Ogerpon. So Chien-Pao now goes down to poison. And it is now Zamazenta versus Ogerpon. Ogerpon, unfortunately, does not have any super effective moves into the Zamazenta. In fact, they're all resisted, and that's why Josh is going to forfeit. That is game number 2 won by by Tyler, excuse me. And that is a round number 2 win for Tyler. Good job, Tyler Deacy, to quickly win round number 2 against Joshua Denk. And that moves into a 2-0 record. Josh falls to 1-1, so pretty quick round, all things considered, and that should show you that Chien-Pao Dragonite's still a really good combination to go for, you know. Sword of Ruin, Choice Band, Terra Null, Extreme Speed, or in this case, Choice Band, Outrage, Sword of Ruin. It was just too much damage for Josh to handle, and unfortunately, Calyrex just did not have a moment of way to play. And now, we will take another break. Round number 3 will be coming up next.